The old pickup truck rattles down a gravel road, deeper into the Blackwood Forest. Jake, a city photographer, is reluctantly accompanying his friends on a camping trip. Maria, his adventurous girlfriend, laughs, pointing at the dense trees. Liam, the pragmatic leader, checks their supplies, a map spread across his lap. Chloe, the nervous one, keeps looking out the window, air face pale. The sun dips below the horizon, casting long, skeletal shadows. The air grows cold, heavy with the scent of pine and damp earth. Liam points to an old, rusted sign. Blackwood Preserve. No trespassing. Perfect. Maria grins. Untouched wilderness. Chloe shivers. Doesn't feel right. Too quiet. They set up camp in a clearing, surrounded by towering, ancient trees. A full moon, unnervingly bright, hangs in the sky, almost directly overhead. Jake tries to get a signal on his phone, but there's nothing. They build a roaring campfire, its flames dancing against the encroaching darkness. Liam tells local legends. Old Man Hemlock used to say, "The trees here listen." Maria's, "Just ghost stories for kids." Liam, a sudden, piercing howl echoes through the forest. It's too deep, too guttural for a wolf. Chloe screams, clutching Liam's arm. Jake grabs his camera, feeling a sudden, morbid curiosity. Liam, despite his bravado, looks genuinely unnerved. The howling stops abruptly, replaced by a chilling silence. The campfire crackles, the only sound in the vast stillness. They decide to turn in tensions. Jake shares a tent with Maria. Sleep not coming easily. He hears rustling outside, too heavy for a squirrel. A deep sniff at the tent fabric, right next to his head. Maria stirs, murmuring in her sleep. Jake slowly unzips the tent, peering out into the darkness. He sees two glowing, amber eyes staring back at him from the trees. They are impossibly large, radiating malice. He zips the tent shut, heart pounding. He tries to convince himself it was just a deer, or a trick of the light. The next morning, Chloe is missing. Her tent is torn, shredded from the inside out. Bloodstains soak into the ground, dark and fresh. Liam finds a trail of massive paw prints, each print the size of a dinner plate. "This isn't a wolf," Liam whispers, his face ashen. Maria is sobbing, terrified. What could do this? Jake takes photos of the prints, a detached professionalism kicking in. They decide to pack up and get help, but the truck won't start. The battery's dead, completely drained. "It was tampered with," Liam says, examining the cables, torn. They're stranded, deep in the Blackwood Forest. The only way out is to walk back the way they came. As they walk, they notice strange symbols carved into the trees. Ancient, tribal-looking glyphs, some smeared with dried blood. The air grows heavy, the forest oppressive. They find Chloe's backpack, ripped open, its contents scattered. Inside, a small, silver locket. Jake picks it up. It's still warm to the touch. A sudden growl echoes close by, rattling their bones. It's not the distant howl from before. It's a living, breathing threat. They hide behind a fallen log, trying to remain silent. A monstrous, hulking silhouette appears between the trees. It's covered in dark, matted fur. Its posture predatory. Its head is lupin, but too intelligent, too human. Its eyes are the same amber eyes Jake saw last night. It sniffs the air, its snout twitching, scenting Tim. It walks on two legs, but its knuckles drag on the ground. It finds Chloe's locket, sniffs it, then crushes it with a single clawed hand. The creature lets out a low, satisfied growl. It is a werewolf. Real, terrifying, and utterly merciless. Liam, overcome with terror, makes a run for it. The creature reacts with blinding speed. It lunges at Liam, a blur of fur and claws. Liam's scream is cut short as the creature tackles him. Jack and Maria watch in horror as Liam is torn apart. The creature rips into his chest, blood splattering onto the trees. It eats, tearing flesh, a gruesome, primal act. Maria covers her mouth, stifling a sob. Jake, numb with shock, raises his camera and snaps a photo. The flash momentarily blinds the creature. It growls, turning its head toward them, its eyes blazing with fury. Jake grabs Maria, pulling her away. Run. They sprint through the forest, the sounds of tearing flesh behind them. The werewolf is fast, too fast. They hear its heavy paws thudding on the earth, gaining on them. Maria stumbles, falling hard. Jake tries to help her up, but she screams. The werewolf's claws rake across his back, tearing through his jacket, a searing pain, as if molten iron is poured into his flesh. He collapses, blood pooling on the forest floor. Maria screams, trying to pull him. The werewolf stands over him, its hot, foul breath on his face. Its fangs drip with Liam's blood. It bites into Jake's shoulder, a crushing, agonizing bite. The pain is unbearable, lights exploding behind his eyes. He feels its hot tongue lap at his wound. Then it releases him, letting out a satisfied snarl. It turns its attention to Maria, its amber eyes burning with hunger. Jake, delirious with pain, watches as Maria is dragged away. Her screams fade into the darkness. He's left alone, bleeding, broken, and the bite mark on his shoulder throbs with a chilling, unnatural heat. Jake wakes up, his body aching, his clothes soaked in blood. The forest is silent, dawn breaking through the canopy. The bite on his shoulder throbs with a deep, burning pain. He checks the wound. 2 deep puncture marks, already starting to close. The skin around the bite is hot and discolored, pulsing. He feels a strange hunger, an unnatural craving for raw meat. He finds Liam's shredded remains, a gruesome sight. LOXOY, fighting down a surge of nausea. He searches for Maria, but finds no trace of her. Only tracks leading deeper into the forest, too big for a human. He begins to walk, driven by a desperate hope she might still be alive. His senses are heightened. He can smell distant animals, hear leaves falling. His vision seems sharper, colors more vivid. He notices how the moonlight seemed to calm his pain last night. He knows what the bite means. He's infected. The thought fills him with primal terror, then a strange exhilaration. He finds a small, abandoned cabin, overgrown with vines. Inside, dust covers everything, but there's a fireplace. He builds a fire, warming his freezing body. He sees his reflection in a cracked mirror. His eyes are starting to glow faintly. His teeth feel sharper, his jaw more pronounced. He hears scratching from outside, a low growl. The werewolf is still out there, hunting him, but waiting for him to change. He finds a rusty axe in the cabin, its blade dull. He sharpens it on a stone, driven by a desperate need for defense. The full moon is 2 nights away. He has limited time. He finds a journal in the cabin, its pages brittle. It belongs to Old Man Hemlock, the legendary forest ranger. Hemlock wrote about a family curse, a howling strain passed down through generations. The curse transforms them into beasts under the full moon. Hemlock was trying to find a cure, or a way to control it. He mentions a rare herb, lunar bloom, found only near ancient burial sites. The herb is said to suppress the change, to give the afflicted control. Jake realizes Maria might be undergoing the same transformation, or worse. She's still the werewolf's captive. He feels a surge of animalistic strength, a craving to protect her. He ventures out, following the massive tracks. The forest is now a maze of shadows and whispers. He feels himself changing, his bones aching, his skin stretching, his muscles not growing in size. He passes ancient burial mounds, marked by the same tribal glyphs. He searches frantically for the lunar bloom. He finds it near a muscoverd stone, glowing faintly. It's a delicate, silver-petaled flower, radiating a cool light. It plucks it, feeling a strange connection to its power. Azild sees the urge to transform lessons, a wave of calm. But the forest itself seems to resist him. Trees grab at his clothes. Thorns cut his skin. He senses the werewolf watching him, its fury growing. He finds a hidden cave, its entrance shrouded by thick vines. Inside, the air is cold and damp. He sees more glyphs carved into the cave walls, depicting sacrifices, and a figure, half human, half beast, leading them. He hears a whimper from deeper within the cave. It's Maria. He rushes in, finding her chained to a stone pillar. Her clothes are torn, her body bruised, but she's alive. Her eyes are wide with terror, but also a hint of something else, a flicker of amber. She is undergoing the same change. Jake tries to free her, pulling at the chains. The chains are ancient, impossibly strong. He hears a low growl from the cave entrance. The werewolf appears, its massive form filling the entrance. It's bigger than before, its eyes burning with pure malevolence. It is the Alpha, the source of the Howling Strain. It lets out a guttural challenge, asserting its dominance. Jake stands between Maria and the beast, holding the axe. He feels the transformation accelerate, his own body shifting. His skin stretches, tearing, revealing coarse fur. His teeth lengthen, his nails become claws. He fights it, clutching the lunar bloom, resisting the primal urge. The Alpha lunges, its claws tearing at Jake's chest. Jake dodges, swinging the axe. The dull blade barely scratches the Alpha's thick hide. The Alpha retaliates, throwing Jake against the cave wall. He lands hard, his head hitting stone. Maria screams, her amber eyes blazing with newfound rage. Her own transformation begins, a violent spasm. Her bones twist, her clothes rip. She breaks one of her chains, fueled by the change. The Alpha sees her changing, a look of twisted pride on its face. It's creating a mate, a new member for its cursed pack. Jake, bleeding and broken, sees Maria's transformation. He sees her losing herself, becoming a monster. He pushes himself up, refusing to let her go. He holds the lunar bloom, its light weakening under the Alpha's presence. He knows he has to stop this, even if it kills him. Its fangs snap at his face, tearing his cheek. Jake screams, not in pain, but in defiance. He makes a desperate lunge, aiming the dull axe at the Alpha's neck. The blow lands, the dull blade sinking into the thick fur. The dull axe sinks into the Alpha's shoulder, not its neck. The Alpha roars in pain and fury, a sound that shakes the cave. It throws Jake across the cave, shattering his ribs. Jake collapses, gasping for breath, the lunar bloom falling from his hand. Maria, now halfway transformed, breaks her remaining chains. She looks at Jake, then at the Alpha, her amber eyes swirling with confusion. The Alpha snarls at her, asserting its dominance, expecting obedience. It approaches Jake, intending to finish him, but Maria moves, a blur of fur and muscle. She attacks the Alpha, a feral scream escaping her lips. She is fighting for Jake, her human self still resisting the change. The Alpha is surprised, then enraged. It lashes out at Maria, a brutal, bone-breaking blow. Maria falls, whimpering. Her body battered, Jake crawls towards the lunar bloom, his own transformation accelerating. His bones crack, his skin splits, fur erupting. His human form is rapidly dissolving. He grabs the lunar bloom, crushing it in his transforming hand. Its essence flows into him, temporarily suppressing the change. He feels a surge of clarity, a moment of human control. He sees a small, silver locket hanging around the Alpha's neck. The locket is old, tarnished, but familiar. It's Old Man Hemlock's locket. The Alpha is Hemlock, cursed, driven mad by the strain. Hemlock, in his werewolf form, lets out a triumphant roar. He believes he has won, the new pack forming. Jake, using his last vestiges of humanity, grabs a sharp stalagmite. He lunges at Hemlock, aiming for the heart. Hemlock is too strong, too fast. He slams Jake against the wall, tearing at his flesh. But Jake holds on, the lunar bloom's power giving him temporary strength. He stabs the stalagmite into Hemlock's chest, right where the locket hangs. Hemlock screams, a mix of man and beast. The locket shatters, releasing a wave of ancient, dark energy. The energy flows into Jake, overwhelming him. He feels Hemlock's memories flooding his mind. The curse, the transformations, the hunger. He feels the loneliness, the eternal torment. Hemlock collapses, transforming back into a human in his last moments. His body is withered, broken, covered in fur and blood. His eyes, now human, look at Jake with a mix of gratitude and despair. Free, me, double quotes. Hemlock whispers, then dies. Jake stands over him, his own transformation halfway complete. He is a grotesque hybrid, torn between man and beast. Maria is fully transformed now, a beautiful but terrifying werewolf. Her eyes are amber, but she looks at Jake with confusion, not malice. She sniffs him. 10 whimpers, recognizing his scent. She approaches him, her massive head gently nudging his hand. She still remembers him. The lunar bloom's essence must have affected her. Jake sees the horrific choice before him. He can try to live like this, a monster, with Maria, or he can end the curse, for good. The cave is collapsing. The ancient magic unleashed by Hemlock's death. He sees a glimmer of pure silver among the falling rocks. A silver sword, ancient and gleaming. It's the weapon mentioned in Hemlock's journal, meant to break the curse. But to break it, he must use it on the source, which is him and Maria. He looks at Maria, her eyes pleading, full of innocent animal love. He makes the most agonizing decision of his life. He grabs the silver sword, its hilt cold in his transformed hand. Maria senses his intent, a low growl escaping her lips. She tries to stop him, but he's too fast. He plunges the silver sword into his own chest. The silver burns, searing his flesh, his organs. He screams, not in pain, but in sorrow. As the silver enters him, he feels the howling strain being ripped out. His body begins to dissolve, turning into ash and moonlight. Maria howls, a mournful, agonizing sound that echoes through the cave. She lunges at him, trying to save him, but it's too late. Jake's body crumbles, his human form vanishing completely. The silver sword falls, gleaming, onto the cave floor. Maria stands over his ashes, her werewolf form trembling. She howls again, a sound of utter despair. The curse is broken. The howling strain is gone. But Maria is still a werewolf. The lunar bloom's temporary effect saved her mind, but not her body. She is now the last of the cursed, a solitary beast. She collects Jake's camera, miraculously intact, from the ashes. She leaves the collapsing cave, heading deeper into the Blackwood Forest. She carries Jake's camera, a memento of her lost love. She becomes a ghost, a legend, the beast of Blackwood, seen only on moonlit nights. Her howls are heard, mournful and lonely. Sometimes, hikers find photos in the forest. Photos of a man, smiling, before the darkness consumed him. They also find photos of a werewolf, its eyes filled with sorrow. Maria lives on, a creature of the night, a living monument to a love lost to a terrible curse. She guards the forest, protecting humans from its hidden dangers. Sometimes, she sees a faint, shimmering light. It's Jake's spirit, watching over her. A silent promise from beyond the grave. The full moon rises again, casting its silver light. Maria howls, a beautiful, heartbreaking song to her lost love.